wanted to do another recap video because I kind of had fun making the last one. I just want to talk about the things that I've been doing and the things that I find interesting. I'll start with talking about the development for my game Mitch. It's available for wishlists now. I've been working on audio stuff lately. I've been working on music and sound effects. I've been learning slide guitar. For sound effects, I want to do more recording instead of synthesis, which is what I did last time on my last game, which is called Margot, by the way. It's free on Steam. A lot of the sound effects on Margot were like synthesized, so I used Operator in Ableton, which is an FM synthesis plugin. So I was designing every single little sound effect, and that was kind of tedious. I really had a lot of fun making them, and I think I still will use a lot of synthesis to do spacey, kind of unnatural sounds. I've been working on a few animations lately, which are going to be for a little book that you can read in the bookstore that's run by a snail. So one that I've been working on is a little hermit crab who is wearing like a light bulb thing for its shell, and then a moth who's like holding a light bulb and then he's getting electrocuted. And then I did another one that's like a fish, and then a girl who turns into a car. All of her body like turns into this like skeleton car that's like driven by the heart. Okay, and then I want to talk about King's Quest because I've been having so much fun playing King's Quest on stream. I completed King's Quest 1 and King's Quest 2, and now I'm on King's Quest 3, which is like somehow way harder. King's Quest 3 is so funny though. You're like this little boy and your name is Gwydion.
Gwydion! Oh, look at how we walk.
And you're like in this weird abusive relationship with this like old wizard that like kidnapped you, and now you're just like trying to escape from this wizard, and he keeps like punishing you and putting you in your room. Anyway, I've been streaming that. I've also been really into these. Licorice. I saw that David Byrne has a new album. One of the singles is called She Explains Things to Me. I listened to the lyrics and they're like talking about not understanding like what's going on in a show when you're watching it with someone else and then asking them like what's going on, which I kind of relate to that. She explains what is happening in the movies we watch. I ask, why did they do that? Why did they stop? I thought it was so cute because he has so many like other songs in his past that kind of reference TV and movies, kind of his weird sort of relationship to that. I used to think that I should watch TV, wanted to know what folks were thinking, to understand the land I live in. I never watch TV except when I'm stoned. This month I watched Nacho Libre again, and I love Nacho Libre. School of Rock and Nacho Libre are like two movies that like seriously affected me. I love Jack Black's Nacho Libre is such a beautiful movie. Like it's so thematically deep. Just the whole like feeling stuck in your situation.
Sucks to be me right now.
Having this dream or whatever and then wanting to pursue that and then having it be really hard, like a really hard thing.
Going close, not that easy. It's political, obviously.
Learning that the only way to do hard things is to like do them for the right reasons, and then it's like everything is so much easier. I think that's like kind of the point. But I love Steven, like Esqueleto, and how he sews. Like there's one point in the movie where he like has this outfit on, this like beautiful like quilted suit, and he's like, I made it.
I made them.
It's so cute. And I also heard the song Fuck You by CeeLo Green. It's such a fun song, but I never really realized like how good it is. I think CeeLo Green is like insane. And I also didn't understand the connection between CeeLo Green and Gnarls Barkley. Gnarls Barkley is CeeLo Green with Danger Mouse, the producer, which I love Danger Mouse. I didn't even realize that he was part of Gnarls Barkley. I've also been watching the anime Paprika, which I don't usually watch anime, and the reason is because for some reason whenever I watch anime I like immediately fall asleep. So that's been happening with this one, but I've kind of been using it as like a bedtime sedative. It's really trippy because it's like kind of about dreams. I'm not even gonna say this is a spoiler because like I seriously don't even know what's going on in this movie enough. But there's one line that I really like. You're so selfishly wrapped up in what you want to do that you ignore what needs to be done. You never coded the DC Mini. That was just irresponsible. It cost lives. Don't you get it? Of course not. Not much gets through to you now, does it? But here's what does. What a scientist. He's so amazing.
It's like a really bad joke. What good is a scientist to mankind if he doesn't care about people? If you want to be the king of geeks with your bloated ego, then just keep on doing only what pleases you. Go ahead, indulge in your freakish masturbation because that's what you're good at.
I thought this line was like... This leads me to my next topic, which is this really weird dream that I had last night. It was about teleportation and robots. It was this world in which Tesla, some company, had invented teleportation. I was using teleportation on a daily basis. I didn't even think much of it at all. Then all of a sudden, as I was teleporting, the Wi-Fi went down or something. I was in this room. I was in this windowless, like, office room. Then the room started, like, shifting gravity. Like, I was, like, getting thrown around. Like someone, like, I was in a box and someone was, like, shaking the box. And I was like, oh, this is not good. And then I kind of realized in that moment that I had been teleporting. Like, it was kind of this thing where I was, like, not really knowingly teleporting. And I was realizing, like, I was like, oh no, this could be really bad. Like, I've seen The Fly. So that was like a really crazy feeling of like just feeling like totally under the control of like some other process. Like, so that was scary. And then also there was robots. They weren't bad robots. They were just like AI, like ChatGPT, whatever. But they looked scary. Like, they looked like the I Feel Fantastic robot. They had like skin, like they had like rubbery skin and like wigs on, and it was kind of like this feeling of just like, yeah, these like robots like help us. And then after I was being shaken around in the teleportation room, I eventually got out, but then it was like this company or whatever wanted to like keep me separated from the rest of the world. I was like in this weird building and there were other people there who had also like been like teleportation gone wrong victims, and then they eventually brought me home. The world was kind of destroyed, and then there was ponies everywhere, like My Little Ponies, and they were mean. Anyway, so that was a scary dream that I had. Subscribe to my channel, I guess.